Hello and welcome back to my channel, A Traveling Knitter. This video is going to be about the books that I plan to read in the month of August. It's quite a few books, but several of them are short, easy to get through, and I am doing that for a reason because July has not been my month. June and July have both been really rough, we'll just say, and that is bleeding into the reading life. But anyway, let's just jump in. So for audiobooks, I plan to continue into the Jackie Faber series. I might pick up another audiobook. I breezed through them, especially recently, so maybe I'll listen to another one. I have 6 physical books here that I hope to read. And not in any particular order, but I would like to read this book. It's called A Pocket Full of Crows by Joanne M. Harris. It is a beautiful naked book. I got it from the library, and the inside is, how beautiful is that? Beautiful, beautiful. Some wolves, and I think there is artwork. Yeah. So there's some artwork in here. The font itself, very large. I feel like I could get through this book in a couple of hours. You know, if I, like Sunday, decided to just breeze through a book, this would be a good one because I could definitely read this very quickly. This is also a book that I could probably read in a week on my walk back and forth from work. Because the font is so large and the chapters so short, I could probably get through at least one. Oh yeah, I could get through at least one chapter, maybe 2, on the way there, and then same thing on the way back. It doesn't count the full chapters. It's got chapters and then sections. So anyway, I could definitely read this really quickly. I'm not totally sure what this book is about other than it's fantasy. I'm in a fantasy mood, and it appears to be a fairy tale retelling. It says on the back, a modern fairy tale of love, loss, and revenge. Perfect modern classic. Maybe it's not a retelling, but that's the vibe I get. Continuing on the fantasy trend, I would like to read Ruin and Rising. This is the 3rd book in the Grishaverse, and I can't really say too much about this one, but the first book is Shadow and Bone. Oh, it's by Leigh Bardugo. So the first one is Shadow and Bone, and it's about these 2 characters who were in an orphanage and then go fight this war on the Fold, which is a division between this land, and the Fold is dark and there's scary monsters in there. And our main character, what is her name? Because I don't remember. Alina. Our main character, Alina, finds out that she's basically, it's like a chosen one story. Spoiler, I did read the 2nd book, which is Siege and Storm, and I loved it. I loved the 2nd book so much. I loved it. The 2nd book is my favorite out of the trilogy so far. And it really is because of a character that gets introduced in that 2nd one. But I'm excited to finish this trilogy and then start 6 of Crows. And then after I finish 6 of Crows, I will continue with the Shadow and Bone series on Netflix. Okay, the last fantasy book that I have officially on my list is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. So I read The Hobbit a few months ago and was watching the movies, really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to continuing. I read the Lord of the Rings series when I was in middle school, so almost 20 years ago. they're going to be brand new, basically. Honestly, a lot of the influence is going to come from watching the movies, which I love the movies. Also, I believe 2022 is when the Lord of the Rings like pre-story is coming on Amazon. Do I need to describe what Lord of the Rings is about? You got Frodo, you have Sam, you have Pippin, you have Merry, you have Gandalf, you have Legolas, which I named a turtle after because I was obsessed with Orlando Bloom, Gimli, Boromir, Aragorn. You shall not pass. So yeah, it's basically a quest of trying to destroy a ring and save the world. And then I have a romance, and I didn't get to it. One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This is a sapphic romance, and I think it's a little bit magical realism because one of our characters can't get off of a subway train. I'm sure there's going to be fantastic banter. I'm sure there's going to be some steamy romance, and I just was not. It's not that I was not in the mood to read this. I was just, and honestly kind of still am, just down in the dumps, we could say. And I didn't want to ruin my experience of reading this book with how bad I felt. So we're going to try it again. And then another short book is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I have not read any of Kazuo Ishiguro's books, but I watched Never Let Me Go because I am a huge Keira Knightley fan, and Keira Knightley is in this movie, and so I know what this book is about if it follows the movie, so I don't think it's going to be super, like, I'm not going to be like surprised about certain things, but I am very much looking forward to this. I've wanted to read this book for a very long time, and I don't think it's going to take me very long to get through, and then I'm very much looking forward to reading his other books. So if you haven't watched the movie or read this book, Never Let Me Go is about 3 kids at this boarding school in England somewhere, and there's just something off about the boarding school, and you follow one of the characters as she grows up. She separates from her friends but has a way of finding her way back to them, and the movie is super sad. The movie is so sad. I imagine the book is going to be super sad too, and I really can't tell you anything else because it does spoil what is going on. And then lastly, as another like fast read, I have a graphic novel, and it is This One Summer by Jillian Tamaki, and the other name is covered, Mariko Tamaki. This is one, the Caldecott and the Pulitzer. It's okay, so it's they're both honors. Does that mean they've won? Either way, the Caldecott and the Pulitzer is on here. That's pretty fantastic. So it is a graphic novel. This book is about Rose and Wendy. Rose and her parents have always gone to this beach, Owago Beach, every summer, and so has Wendy. And it's always been fabulous, but this summer it's a little bit different because Rose's parents are fighting. And I believe it's a coming of age story with Rose and Wendy going on adventures. I don't know if it's sapphic or if it's friendship. Ultimately, it does not matter to me, but I'm very much looking forward to this. I mean, look at the honors here. It's got to be a good book. And those are officially the books that I would like to read in the month of August. I've yet to get through an entire list of the books that I'm going to read, but you know what? We keep trying. Let me know if you've read any of these books, or if you plan to read any of them, or if you have suggestions or any books that you're reading that you're really into. Let me know down below, and I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.